Hi everyone, it's VSG Hopeful coming to you 8 weeks post-op. So, 8 weeks and 3 days. Anyway, sorry it's been so long since I've come to you with a video and an update on my progress, but I am doing one now. And I've written some things down so I can make sure that I mention everything that I want to mention because I always forget. Okay, so my stats. My high weight in November was 222, and then I got down to 210 for my surgery date, which was December 19th, 2015. And then Saturday I weighed and I was 169. Although yet Monday it was 170, so I don't know, we'll go with 169 because I like that better. So that is a total of, this part I didn't write down, 222 minus 169, total of a 53-pound weight loss since November 15th, and a total of 210 minus 169, a total of 41-pound weight loss since my surgery date, which was 8 weeks and 3 days ago. So that's good. I will take it. Okay, so a couple of things I wanted to mention was some changes that I've noticed in my thinking and in my thought process. So one of the things was I have been really hard on myself when I will look at the scale and see a 3-pound weight loss or a 4-pound or a 2-pound or whatever from week to week. The first couple of weeks they were big weight losses, 10 pounds my first week, 11 pounds the second week, and it was like 4, and then 2, and then 3, and then 2, and then 4, and I started to get really hard on myself and really disappointed, and I sort of just kind of realized, this is a forever thing. I have forever to reach my weight. It's not a race. And I know that sounds so simple and so common sense, but when you're in it and you're driving yourself and you're putting this pressure on yourself, it really is very difficult, and it's difficult to kind of step outside of that and see everything as like an outsider would. So I'm really excited that I've done that and I've accepted that and I've kind of come to terms with it. So as long as I'm seeing a loss of any kind, I'm happy with it. I'm proud of myself for that. I do check the scale every morning when I wake up. I go pee and then I check my weight. So that's always the best time, to check your weight in the morning before you've eaten anything or drinking anything or whatever. So that's where I get my readings from. I'm a scale checker because I do still want to see the progress. Even though I know what it says today may not be what it says tomorrow, may not be what it says the next day, I still check it. So, and that's just a preference. Everybody has their own thing. Some people don't check it at all. Some people check it once a month, once a week, whatever. I just check it every day. Vitamins. I know they're super important. I really haven't been taking any. My doctor, I didn't get prescribed any. The ones that I did get from GNC, the multivitamin just really made me nauseous, so I don't take it. But I still do drink my protein shakes, my Premier protein shakes. I take one at breakfast and I drink one at lunch. Sometimes on the weekends or when I'm off of work, I'll have another one in the either late afternoon, early evening, in place of dinner. Food has been very difficult to eat normally, and probably like your doctor would suggest. I'm just really not that hungry, and when I do eat things, I get no satisfaction out of it. I get no feel good thing. So food is really changed in how I see it and how I feel about it. And so I'm really watching that to make sure that doesn't turn into, like a destructive type of thinking. I want to just make sure that I'm not on the road to like eating disorder type of thinking or whatever. So I am aware of that. I did talk to my doctor about that. So we're just kind of watching that in case any of you go through that. But again, the most important thing right now is to be getting the protein and the nutritions in. And so after checking my blood work, everything's good. Could use a little bit more vitamin D, but I can always take a supplement for that too. Being only 8 weeks out, it's not a bad thing. It's not crucial at this point. So we still have some time to work on it, and so many things change. I was craving food in the beginning. If you've watched my earlier videos, I really just couldn't even imagine that changing. It was so intense. And that's mostly 99% gone. Every now and again, I'll get a craving for like chips or, cookies or something, but I really just can only have a couple, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then I'm done. I can't have any more. So that's enough for me to get through that moment. I've really been incorporating walking. Right now I can't do sit-ups or anything. It's still very painful where they removed my stomach, so I can't really do anything that jiggles that or moves that too much because it's very painful still. But I've, as you know, I've got my Fitbit and I am walking throughout my day at work. I stop and take walk breaks. I walk on the weekends. I walk my dog. I walk any chance I get. So that's been really helpful in seeing some of the extra pounds kind of coming off, and I'm really excited about that. I talked about food. I talked about vitamins, talked about the cravings, healing. I've healed just fine. I think I've mentioned that before. Just that one area on the right where it just hurts if I lean forward or if I turn a certain way, it's still very painful. I mentioned the blood work, working out and exercising. Again, other than walking, I'm really not incorporating much else right now. I'm still kind of focusing on the healing process and the introducing foods and things like that. I don't have any food restrictions anymore, so I can eat anything, but I don't. I still haven't eaten any red meat or really just fish and chicken is all I've eaten in terms of meat. And mashed potatoes, but again, just a few bites. And I'm really not eating any vegetables right now, so, I gotta work those in, but it's still very new. It's still only 2 months, and I've only been able to eat regular food for 2 weeks now. So, yeah. And I think that's it. I don't always do my videos on the anniversary dates just because it falls on a weekend, and I just never want a video on the weekend. I'm just being lazy and doing things with my family, so I always wait until Monday or Tuesday at work and do my recordings. But I did wanna say that I don't know. I know I've seen a lot of other people's videos and what they've gone through, and I don't know everything about this process. I can only tell you my experiences and what I'm going through, and hope that gives you some insight if you experience it or if you end up going through it and you recognize something that I've mentioned. Maybe that might help you better understand. But I am very aware of the food thing and how I'm really not wanting to eat a lot of food, and I want to be sure that I keep being aware of that because I don't want that to turn into a disorder or destructive, because this is all supposed to be about getting healthy and getting healthy the right way. And but again, I am only 2 weeks into being able to eat without restriction and in terms of meats and vegetables and all of that. So yeah, it's still new, so I'm hoping that the next video I come to, I've got some changes in that and some better foods that I'm eating. But yeah, otherwise I am doing my protein shakes and just drinking water. I have sugar-free jellos for snacks, and that's really about it. If you all have any questions for me, ask me. I don't always know what to say during this video process because I don't want to preach, but I just want to check real quick. Oh, I did want to say one thing too. In terms of this, the weight loss and the scale watching and all that, I did want to mention too that one of the things that that is sort of dawned on me, and I don't know if any of you experience it, but like I said, being in such a rush to see changes, and it just kind of dawned on me that I watched a lot of doctors' blogs and things like that about bariatric weight loss surgery, and one of the things that I keep hearing over and over again is it takes 12 to 18 months, sometimes longer, for you're going to continue to lose weight during this time, and 3 to 4 pounds a week is still very good and expected. As you incorporate food and as you start to plateau a little bit, even stalls are expected. So I'm not taking it personally. I'm not taking it as I'm doing something wrong because I'm doing everything that I should be doing. So I know that this is a forever thing, so I'm not in a rush. I am just going to take whatever weight that I've lost, week by week, and I'm going to be happy with it and celebrate it and proud of myself for all of the challenges that I've overcome and this whole process and how much I've learned from it and continuing to learn from it. And I hope that if any of you are feeling that way or start to feel that way, don't be hard on yourself. Don't beat yourself up. You've got your whole life this is forever. You've got your whole life to make a mistake and then change it, or watch your scale, or continue to grow and learn and lose weight week after week. I mean, it doesn't all have to be in the first month or in the first week or in the first 6 months or whatever. And that was something that I was really putting a lot of pressure on myself, trying to achieve as much as I can, as quick as I could, to impress myself and to see this massive change. But I've just realized that it's doing more harm than good, and so I'm really happy that I've kind of become aware of that, and I'm really not putting so much pressure on myself to lose weight in such a timely manner. Like, I'm just okay with whatever it is when I step on the scale every Saturday, because that's my surgiversary days. So I'm just going to be grateful for whatever it is, and just go from there. And hopefully, if you're feeling that way, you'll try to adopt that same mindset and thinking that it's not a race. We've got our whole lives. This is a forever thing. This is a life-changing thing. And, for the next 12 to 18 months, just keep doing what you're doing, and weight will come off. So good luck to everybody out there. If you've got any questions, let me know. Otherwise, that's really all that I have, and I will come back to you hopefully in another week or week and a half with my new updates. All right, talk to you later. Bye. Oops.